Welcome to this week's Social Security show on Cable Access Network. We have an informative show lined up for you today, and remember, you can be a part of the show by calling in at 312-738-1060. But first, a message about our convenient online services. The holiday season is upon us. Bring with it family gatherings and familiar traditions. As you bustle about from place to place, sharing turkey dinners and catching up with loved ones, there's one errand you can avoid: a visit to the Social Security office. And our offices will be closed on Thanksgiving, November 24th, and on Friday, November 25th. So why take time out of your busy holiday schedule to visit an office when you can conduct most of your business online? At socialsecurity.gov, we have a variety of services available to you, all from the comfort of your home. You can apply for disability benefits or appeal a disability decision. You can file for retirement benefits, spousal benefits, or Medicare-only benefits while enjoying leftover pumpkin pie. Our secure, easy-to-navigate website is sure to add plenty of comfort and joy to the festivities. Even if you're currently receiving benefits or aren't quite ready to file, Social Security has services to bring you holiday cheer. With a My Social Security account, those receiving benefits may change their address and direct deposit information, get proof of their benefits, and request replacement documents like a Medicare card. In addition, if you aren't currently getting benefits, you can still check your earnings record, get estimates of your future benefits, and view your Social Security statement. In some areas, you can even request a replacement Social Security card online. That's if you live in Wisconsin or Michigan, but not yet Illinois. So open your account today at www.socialsecurity.gov/myaccount. With the new year just around the corner, it's never too early to start planning for your future. Once you've conducted your business at socialsecurity.gov, you may want to visit www.myra.gov. MyRA is a retirement savings account from the Department of the Treasury designed to help you put aside money for your retirement. You can invest in a fund according to your budget, putting you in control of your financial prospects. Give yourself a gift this holiday season and invest in your future. Holidays are sometimes fun and sometimes stressful times. Let our online offerings reduce the holiday stress so you can focus on what's important, your loved ones. When you need services from Social Security, start a new tradition. Go online at socialsecurity.gov. Good afternoon. I'm Andrew Salata, Public Affairs Specialist for the Social Security Administration here in the Chicagoland area. Joining me today is a representative from one of our local offices, Josephine. I'll let Josephine introduce herself.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Josephine Stutzman, and I am a claims representative from the Chicago area.
All right, so with all your wealth of knowledge working in the field offices, you get to pay people. But one of the cool things about it is before individuals even get to visit Social Security offices, they can prepare for their visit or even do some things without even taking a visit, just like our opening statement talked about. So let's go back and let's take a look at what can we do on socialsecurity.gov.
Oh, we can do several things on socialsecurity.gov. For example, you could apply for your Social Security benefits online. You can appeal a decision if your disability application was denied. You can find out if you qualify for benefits. You can estimate your future benefits. You can make changes to your account, like your address, phone, or direct deposit information. You can verify what you receive from Social Security every month by printing out your benefit verification letter online. And you can access our publications online to read them during your spare time, or you can actually listen to them through our audio. So there's several things you can do online, and you can plan and manage your benefits at www.socialsecurity.gov/myaccount.
All right, so before we talk a little bit about the My Social Security accounts that we can create, what I really liked about the publications online is the MP3 format. So if you have a smartphone and you visit Social Security's webpage, first of all, not all of our services, but a lot of our services are mobile ready. So when you do visit on a smaller device, so you don't have the big screen of a laptop or a desktop, unless you have one of those really big phones, then it might not be a problem. But you can easily navigate a lot of information just by having the tiles, and one of those is our publication tile. So with headphones you can actually listen to them right away. So if you have that long commute and you're stuck in traffic, it's one easy way of doing it, and I know we'll have a lot of holiday traffic. So before we move on to our next question, we do have a caller. So caller, what is your question or comment? You're on the air.
I've called the Social Security Board a few times. I don't have access to a computer. And they using a hypothetical case of $15,000 a year for total from Social Security, and I used the figure .03. The figure they give me and what I come up is entirely different. Should that be .003 when I multiply it?
Okay, that's a good question. Since what you're referring to is our cost of living increase, which is 0.3%. So when you see it, it's usually 0.3%. 0.3%. So, but when we do the actual multiplication, it would actually be .003. So that could be the problem, because if you multiply 15,000 by 0.3, you're actually giving yourself a 30% raise. So it's going to be almost $5,000, or probably about $5,000 that you're increasing it by. But with $15,000 and you multiply it by .003, you're actually only going to have $50 raise for the whole year. So it will come out to be about $4 more a month. And our average raise will be anywhere between $2 and $6, the highest. And if you can turn down your TV in case you have follow-up. But so that means that the highest individual that's receiving a Social Security benefit, if you were 66 this year in 2016 and you earn maximum earnings, your benefit amount would be about $2,639 a month. So at a 0.3% raise, it would be just under $8 for the increase. So that's like the maximum increase. Mm-hmm. So for all of you that probably didn't expect to tune into a Social Security program and get a little math lesson, it's just one way just to get you an idea on how to figure out what that is. Your cost of living notices will be coming out shortly. We usually do them right at the end of November. So now that Medicare's increases have been announced, we'll be able to send out our cost of living notices, so you'll actually get that accurate amount. If you have any questions, though, we always do want you to know that you can call us at 312-738-1060. Also, you can reach Social Security at 1-800-772-1213, and that's from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So when our show is over at 4:30, you can then call our 800 number if you do have any other questions. And as always, visiting us at socialsecurity.gov. So that was a pretty important call about our cost of living. So what we can do now is kind of talk about where, if you don't get your cost of living increase notice, or you can't wait for it and you want to see what verification of your benefits, one of the great places to do is if you sign up for a My Social Security account, you can get those. So aside from getting a proof of income letter, why else would someone want to create a My Social Security account?
So a My Social Security account is a great resource. It's a great tool. You're never too young to get a My Social Security account. You can open one up at 18. You can go online and you can keep track of your earnings and verify them every year. So when you're working and you're filing your W-2s, you can make sure that all those earnings are being posted to your record correctly. You can get an estimate of your future benefits if you are still working. You can get a replacement Social Security card in particular states, not yet in the state of Illinois. You can get a letter with proof of your benefits if you currently receive them, and you can manage your benefits, such as changing your address or your telephone number. You can start or change your direct deposit information. You can get a replacement Medicare card and get a replacement SSA 1099. Which is what you received from Social Security annually.
Yeah, so those tax forms, and I know as we're turning our focus to the holidays with Thanksgiving and the New Year coming afterwards, it will be tax season before we even know it. So those 1099s may be important. One of the best ways to do them is get them online anytime without worrying about them coming in the mail or us getting snowed in and no mail coming in. So hopefully we don't have that much snow this year.
Hopefully not.
So going back to some of the other stuff, we also at the opening talked a little bit about retirement planning. So with the My IR, My Retirement Accounts, which is through the Department of Treasury, which is a nice way because when we approach Social Security or retirement planning, we should remember that not all of our retirement income should come from Social Security, or hopefully we have those other parts. So as we think about our retirement planning and what we need to do, we're going to take a call before we get back to this. So caller, you're on the air.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, I'm calling to know how much Social Security I get at 63 years old.
Your question is, what was your question? You were asking about 63, how much you would get at 63, is that correct?
How much Social Security benefits I retire early?
If you retire early. That's a very good question.
62.
All right, because the earliest that you can retire is age 62. However, when you retire early, you lose a little bit of your benefit, or it gets reduced because of it. So, Josephine, if you want to go over some of the information about ages. And
Absolutely. Absolutely. So if you choose early retirement benefits, then you are choosing a reduced retirement rate. And early retirement age right now is age 62. And the reduction rate is 75%. If you choose to receive the benefit at age 66, that's your full retirement age benefit. Another thing to keep in mind is that if you choose early retirement benefits, you are subject to an annual earnings limit. So if you are working, you're subject to a limit. That limit this year in 2016 is $15,720. So for every $2 that you earn over that amount, $1 is reduced from your monthly Social Security benefit if you are working and earning over that amount. Next year in 2017, if you are choosing early retirement benefits at that time, the limit will be actually $16,920 for the year. So for every $2 at that point, $1 is reduced from your monthly Social Security benefit. So there are limits to keep in mind if you are deciding to choose early retirement benefit. And like I said, once you turn 66, at that point you can work as much as you like without your benefit being reduced due to those work earnings.
Yeah, so really the main consideration you may have is if you're going to want to retire early, it's about 0.5% less for every month you go. So if you're going 4 years early for 62 versus 66, those 48 months is going to add up to about 25% less. And you also have to limit what your earnings are if you continue working. If you wait till age 66 when you can get 100% of your benefit, we don't have a limit so you can earn full-time. But that's why if you are planning on working past age 66 and you're going to work full-time, you may want to think about that last column where you delay retirement benefits up to age 70. For every month that you delay, you get 2/3 of a percent, or 0.66% if we want to go with those decimals. But we could get 8% extra a year, so that 132% is something we can get at age 70. So really, the planning part it's an important part, and that's why we can go back to our planning question, because when we talk about Social Security, those benefit amounts may be important because that's going to be a set amount with cost of living increase that we'll have, but hopefully there will be other parts that we can take a look at. And where can someone kind of get those ideas?
They can go on to find out what your benefits are monthly. You can go online to www.socialsecurity.gov/estimator. There are great calculators online that could help you identify how much your benefit is going to be monthly, give you a better idea.
All right. And then also, since Social Security isn't all of your retirement, we have those financial literacy tools at mymoney.gov, and one of the best ways to access is on our retirement planner. Is that correct?
Correct. That is very true. We can go on to our retirement planner, and you can go to socialsecurity.gov/planners. Our benefit planners under retirement planning, there is a link to other retirement planning sites. So here you can use the ballpark estimator or taking the mystery out of retirement planning to help prepare for your retirement and review your savings. Finally, you'll want to check out the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which offers educational information on a number of financial matters, including mortgages, credit cards, retirement, and other big decisions. Visit the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau at www.consumerfinance.gov.
All right, so we're doing pretty good with the retirement plan. I guess everyone's with the thinking of our Thanksgiving, and as we get to the new year and the holidays, a lot of people are enjoying this holiday time off and might as well do retirement and stay home or go into that second phase. So we have another caller. Caller, you're on the air.
Hi.
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 How are you?
Hi, fine. Happy holidays.
Thank you. Happy holidays too.
Blessed the holiday favor. Thank you. My name is Marsha Davis, and I'm having a problem getting my underpayment refund. I'm told I had one in January of 13, and I've been put yourself back and forth. You get it, you're not gonna get it. It's pending. It's not going. It's pending. So I'm just really tired. I'd like to know what can I do.
Okay. Well, there's two things you should be doing. Probably you've maybe done both of them, but let's going over it. Keep in mind you should always contact us at our 800 number, because that's one of the easiest ways you can reach us at 1-800-772-1213. And what they can do is set a message up to, if it's in our processing payment centers or things like that, they can send a message to see what the delay is. If you've tried that and you've tried visiting your office, it seems like if you're getting a conflicting answers, just to straighten it out, you may also want to talk with a supervisor at the office, or even have a supervisor from your field office contact our processing center to see what the delay is. So so if it's been a long time, and if you're talking about something from 2013, or a missing payment from 2013, I would say the best thing to do would be come next week. You can visit our Social Security office on Monday, but I mean, instead of waiting till Monday, if you do contact our 800 number, 1-800-772-1213, you'll be able to do that before 7 p.m. today, and see where they can send a message to our processing center or field office to get these things corrected. That way you're not delaying, and we can start working or investigating the matter as quickly as possible. Okay? Ms. Davis? All right. Hopefully that's something that all our viewers can think about, because in most cases things run very smoothly at the Social Security office. I mean, we do a pretty good job of sending out about 60 million checks every month.
Yes.
But occasionally, if there is something that the computer program just doesn't work out smoothly, that's why we have our field offices, our 800 number, just so that way we can work with you to get things corrected. So, as we think about that, we talked a little bit about the retirement planning, but since the retirement planning is just the age 62 is just one option. Even when we had the chart showing the age 62, the full retirement age benefits, and age 70, those are just three options that someone can have amongst many different choices. So, what is a great way for someone to kind of estimate their benefits at different ages? Is there a way to do that?
Absolutely. You can go ahead and go online and use our retirement estimator at www.socialsecurity.gov/estimator to get an instant personalized retirement benefit estimate based on current law and your earnings record. The retirement estimator, which is available in Spanish also, lets you create additional what-if retirement scenarios based on different income levels and stop work ages. The estimator interacts with your record to make a personalized estimate of your benefits, and you can compare your standard estimate, early, full, and delayed retirement to up to three different what-if scenarios.
So, I guess earlier when I was joking about everyone watching the Social Security program and wondering why are we watching a math program, it seems like we're doing a lot of math calculations. And you know that's one way, because I think sometimes everyone wonders, how do we get that Social Security benefit amount? I mean, is it the last 3 years that I worked? Do you pick my highest 5 average years? You know, what happens if I retire early? Is that going to affect, or if I go to part-time before retirement, is that going to affect my retirement? So I guess one of our popular questions that we have is, how is our retirement benefit calculated?
Well, our retirement benefits are calculated by using the highest 35 years of our work earnings. So that's a very good question that's asked very often, and it's the highest 35 years of your work earnings. So your actual earnings are first adjusted for inflation to account for changes in average wages since the year the earnings were received. We will then use those highest 35 years of work that was indexed for inflation. With these earnings, we calculate your average monthly indexed earnings over 35 years by dividing that by 420 months. We apply a formula to these earnings and arrive at your basic benefit. This is the amount you would receive at your full retirement age. You may be able to estimate your benefit by using our retirement estimator, once again, which offers estimates based on your Social Security earnings. You can find the retirement estimator at www.socialsecurity.gov/estimator. After reviewing your earnings history on your statement online, we will make sure that you want to make sure that we have all your earnings reported. So that's why it's important to create a My Social Security account. So that way you know that you have all your earnings posted.
Yeah, I know. And when you do that, you, just like you used to get the mailer 3 months before, you'll get a little email from Social Security to remind you to go look at your Social Security statement. Since my birthday is in January, I always get the email in October. I actually ignore it, but that's because I wait till tax time and take a look at it, so that way by tax time my earnings for this year, 2016, will show up in 2017, and that way I can check to make sure my employer reported my earnings too. So with that, we're almost up for time, so I just wanted to cover a few other things before we send you away to your holiday trimmings and plannings. The Affordable Care Act is something that all Americans deserve, or Affordable Care, health care I should say. Before the Affordable Care Act, millions of people and their families were at risk of financial ruin because they were uninsured. Health insurance companies could also deny health insurance coverage due to pre-existing conditions like cancer or diabetes. Fortunately, you are now protected with the ACA. Open enrollment under the Affordable Care Act begins November 1st, or began November 1st, and will last until the end of January 31st, 2017. If you want coverage to begin on the first of the year, you will have to enroll by December 15th, so in just under 3 weeks. Now is the time to compare health care plans so that you can find the best one for you. You can learn more about health insurance marketplace and how to apply for benefits at www.healthcare.gov. No matter who you are, you're entitled to affordable health care. It's a crucial part of securing today and tomorrow. The Affordable Care Act also ensures that even if you have a pre-existing condition, you'll be covered. If you're already covered and want to change your plan, though, this is the time to do it as well. Factors might have changed from last year that will make you want to update your coverage. Even if you're just curious about the many plans in the open marketplace, you can compare them at healthcare.gov. So that's healthcare.gov. Having coverage for you and your loved ones is a critical part of the healthy and happy life. Make sure you're covered with this plan that best suits you. So as you visit family over the holiday season, you can take a look at what will your health plans needs be. And in addition to that, if you have someone you love that's on Medicare, right now we're in a Medicare open season for any supplemental plans. So you can take a look at a family member's Medicare coverage through their Medicare Advantage plan or Medicare Supplement plan, or even their prescription plan. Maybe the prescriptions have changed and there could be a better plan. So one of the best ways to do that is to go to Medicare.gov. On Medicare.gov there's a health plan prescription plan finder where you can even type in the prescription plans that the individual is taking, or prescriptions that the individual is taking, to get those plans. So aside from socialsecurity.gov during this holiday season, medicare.gov and healthcare.gov.
Yes.
So remember, .gov, G-O-V, is where you can get to those great sites and the secure, safe sites through the federal government. So, thank you for watching our show. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll talk to you again next week. This was Social Security on KNTV.